Hey guys, Michael Pytel here. We're at the ECX Scooter Shop warehouse, and today we're gonna be doing episode 4 of the Scooter Hack series. This noise right here is what we're gonna be doing. I'm gonna be showing you guys why you should be drilling into your SCS. Now, my good friend Braden here, he recently got some new titanium bars, and he rides SCS, and I'm gonna make a separate video explaining this, but his bars are pulling out of his SCS because titanium flexes. And he came into the shop and he was like, hey, is something wrong with my SCS? And I said, no, but let me show you how to fix it. So, let's get right into the video so that he can stop making that noise. Alright, so, on his scooter here, you will notice we have got a tilt SCS and some titanium T-bars. And, let me focus it. Actually, hold up, I'm gonna change the lens. Alright, so I just swapped the lens out. So as you can see, we've got a tilt SCS and titanium bars, and if you ride this kind of combo, you might be familiar with your bars pulling out of your SCS. Now, the reason for this is that titanium, if you're not familiar, flexes a lot. This makes them super strong, but it also doesn't pair well with SCS. And like I mentioned, I'm gonna make a separate video explaining this, but basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna drill into the SCS and into the bar. We're gonna thread the SCS and put in a screw to stop the bars from pulling out when they do flex. This is gonna eliminate any possibility of the bars pulling out, and it's gonna be a lot of fun to do. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna put his bars all the way down into the bottom of the SCS, the way that it should be. Alright, so now that I've got the bars straight, I'm going to go ahead and tighten the SCS back up, and then we'll go into the other side, over into the warehouse, and go over to the drill press to start our drilling. What we're going to do is we're going to drill the SCS, and then after we have a hole, we're going to actually tap it. Tapping means that we're going to add threads to it, and then after we have some threads in there, we're going to countersink the SCS, and then the bolt that we're going to use, or the screw that we're going to use, is going to be sitting flush in the SCS, but it's still going to be threaded in there to hold up. Now, normally, you would mark it, make sure it's perfectly centered and whatnot, but this is Braden's scooter, and I gave him this SCS, so I'm just going to drill it. If it's centered, it's centered. If it's not, it's not.
Is titanium drill nice?
Alright, that looks like it's pretty centered, just for eyeballing it up. So now we have a hole through our SCS and through our titanium bars. Now the next step, I just bought this tap bit. This is a 8mm by 1.25, which is the conventional threads for most scooter hardware. So I'm going to go ahead and put threads into this. Alright, so we're going to take our tap bit, and you just spin it in there, and slowly but surely it's going to be putting threads into our new hole that we made. Every once in a while we're going to back it out. That way the little metal shavings will come out and then go back in. All right, and now we're through all the way. So I'm going to back this out one final time. And then we have successfully put threads into our SCS and handlebar. So like I kind of mentioned, we have this bolt right here which has matching threads. Now this has a 5mm Allen head, so we can go ahead and that would screw right into our new threads. Now if I was to tighten this up, we could say we're done right there, but this doesn't sit flush at all. This kind of sticks out, so I don't really like how that looks. I want it to sit nice and flush, so I'm going to countersink this hole, which is going to get our bolt a little, or our screw a little bit deeper to make sure that it's grabbing onto the titanium bar, and it's just going to make it look a lot cleaner. So let's go ahead and pull that back out, and we'll grab our drill, and then we're going to countersink it. All right, so I've got my countersink bit. And this time I'm using the drill, that way I just have a little bit more control over it. Alright, and that's still not sitting quite flush, but it's definitely getting better. I'm going to pull this bolt back out and go a little bit deeper. Alright, so now that's plenty deep. Let's go ahead and put our bolt in one more time. Alright, so I've got that tightened up, and that's just about flush. So that's looking a lot better. And now his bars are never going to pull out again. And if he ever wants to take his bars off, he just has to take this bolt out. Since it's threaded, there'll be no issue. You can just pop, loosen that, and then take that out. Loosen our SCS like normal, and the bars will pull off. So this fixes the issue of titanium bars pulling out of an SCS due to its flex. Alright guys, and just like that, we're all done with our little project here. We drilled the SCS, we put some threads in it, we countersunk that hole, and then we put our bolt in to sit nice and flush, and now our titanium bars will never again pull out of our SCS. If you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful, go ahead, like the video, share it with some friends, subscribe, keep coming back for more. And Braden here, my buddy, he is all set to ride now. His scooter kind of dialed because we didn't tighten the rest of it, but I didn't really check that beforehand, but you know, one issue solved. So thank you guys so much for watching the video, and keep coming back for more.